Today we are goal setting with the Daily Grind Planner. I'm going to set my top 10 goals for the first 4 months of 2024. First, we need my favorite holiday candle. We need a new 4-month pack of daily sheets from the Daily Grind, and we need a cover. Lastly, we need my Word of the Year journal. It will help with the goal setting process.
First, this is my Daily Grind planner case. It is gorgeous. I have so much stuff in here, but the things that I need are a pen and my planner and all my goodies for next year. So currently my Daily Grind planner is inside this planner case. I love this one, but I won't be using it in January. So for setting up, we'll use this one. The other thing that I'm going to do is figure out what my goals are going to be for the year and start figuring out the vision board. And so for that, I needed to grab my little journal right here. This does not fit the Daily Grind right now because I printed out to fit the Happy Planner, the 9 discs, but it's going to prove useful in helping me pick my top 10 goals for my next 4-month pack of Daily Grind daily sheets. So I'm going to do a little vision setting in this. This is actually a printable that I decorated, and it's from my Etsy shop. So I'll show you all that as I do it, and then go through how I'm going to be vision setting in here. And I will probably do this while being silent and then voice it over, because as I think it's too hard to discuss all my thoughts through it because things might change. I might scratch things out on note paper and figure it all out. So just know that everything that I use, I will link down below, including my little Word of the Year journal, which can help in your vision setting, I think, and planning out your top 10 goals. And that you can print at any size. I have it set up for mini, classic, and big Happy Planner. The big Happy Planner is just a letter-sized sheet. And so you can do that big one and print it at, I haven't tried, I need to figure that out, but probably like 90%, and you'll be able to cut it to size for your Daily Grind planner, and then all you need is a planner punch. So if you haven't figured that out yet, printing your own printables is amazing. And you'll need like a lavender punch or a Happy Planner punch, but it will work with these Daily Grind discs right here. So we'll go through that and start setting things up. So I'm going to pause here and go into a little bit of a sped up voiceover because I'm going to figure all this out.
This beautiful coffee cover currently has an old month in it, and so I'm just going to remove everything from it and put it into one of my summer planner covers. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been able to throw any of these used pages away yet. It was my first 4-month pack, so I was just really excited to use it all the way through. But I definitely want to use this cover and keep it not super thick, so I'm just grabbing a month to put in here, and then we can go ahead and start setting it up. I may put in a few other dividers and sections later, depending on what I feel like I need to track. So I may be doing that at some point, but I just am not going to be doing that in this video, because this video is all about the goal setting and which 10 goals I'm going to choose for these next 4 months.
All right, so I've got everything set up to start thinking through my goals for 2024. And I wanted to go through this really quick and give you my thoughts. My word of the year, I don't know if we've ever done a word of the year or one little word or whatever you want to call it, but my word of the year is elevate. And I want to put that into so many different aspects of my life. As a mom, I'm a stay-at-home mom with a small business, a couple of small businesses, and got a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old now, and I really want to start taking care of me again. I want to elevate our house. We've kind of gotten into a state of pulling things in, with little kids, and we need to declutter. And so I'm going to do a year-long process of decluttering and all these different things. And I also just ordered the Dream Life Blueprint from the Daily Grind. That is also something you can get on the Daily Grind website. You can always use my code for any Daily Grind things. I'll list all the things down below that I'm using and thinking about, and all the codes that I have for the various shops, because it'll save you money. All right, so my word of the year is elevate. I journaled about it earlier this week, about why this word. And then I did a little vision board with different areas of my life that I want to elevate. So I've got health and wellness, family and friends, self-care, finances, mental health, faith, personal development, and career. And so those are kind of going to be the basis of how I'm going to goal set for my top 10 goals. Then I also had already put down some goals that I could focus on, using this word of the year as like my guiding point. And then I found some books that I wanted to read that are like the personal development type books, and I thought 6 of them would be really great. It's like one every other month. Doesn't seem too overwhelming. And then that paired with the Dream Life Blueprint, that's plenty of like personal development to really get back into being me after, just being a mom. And then I still need to find my quotes that support my word of the year, but I'll kind of doodle those each month to put in a place that I'll see, probably in my planner. And then I have monthly check-ins on my word, so all the way through December. So I'm going to keep open my vision board right now so that I can kind of figure out my first 10 4-month goals, and then start setting up my planner for January. I've only put 1 month of the planner into these discs. This is my favorite cover. I know they have all the seasonal stuff, but there's nothing out for the new year yet, so I'm going to use this one and hope that some new stuff is out soon, because I can't wait to see what they've got coming up.
And as of this point, as I'm filming this voiceover, I will just put the note out that the Daily Grind and Angie did tease some really cool things coming up. They're like these super cool looking covers and discs. So go take a look at Instagram to see those, and we'll find out more later about what those are, but I may be switching to those as soon as I get some. Because I will be getting some. So this cover may change very soon. Anyways, what I'm doing on this page is a big brain dump. I'm looking at my vision board and taking these buckets and writing down everything I can think of that could be a sort of SMART goal. Something that's measurable, that I think I could complete over time. Not all of my goals are going to be really huge goals. Some will be more like habits, but some of them are going to be big goals as well. So right now, I'm just writing down everything I can think of. I may not choose all of them. I probably won't choose all of them, but I am getting as many things out of my head as possible onto this page, so that then I can go to the kind of goal setting page in the Daily Grind Planner and have more of a starting place to think about as I'm writing and journaling in that. And there are some really big goals on here, both with things like my health and wellness and, Amy plans things, and family, finances, and faith and friends, and like all these things. And some are more tangible than others, I guess you could say. And some are more like how I'm feeling, like waking up refreshed in the morning, because I haven't felt that since having kids. And I'd love to get back to that. So it's interesting trying to goal set some of those less tangible things and try to figure out how to write that all down. Now that we've done that, I'm putting my word of the year journal away and grabbing my Daily Grind planner, and I'm going to fill out this 4-month vision page using my pen and these highlighters that are also from Daily Grind. This page is really, really nice because it has these kind of bullet journal style boxes, and if you're unsure of what to write, it has these little questions in the middle of the page that give you some things to think about for each box. And so there was one thing I forgot, my home declutter. That is like the biggest goal of the next 4 months. We really want to declutter and make things feel calmer again by just having less stuff and more space and more cleanliness. It's hard with kids, you guys. But that is a huge goal. So I'm just highlighting for some color around the edges of these boxes. And then I'm going to go ahead and look at my brain dump page and fill out this 4-month vision. So it's kind of multiple steps of writing things down for me, but that is actually how I kind of hone things in my head. I can't just sit and think about it. I need to write down different renditions and in different ways to really come to terms with what I want to do. So yeah, I have like 3 different papers, my word of the year journal, which is the overarching thing for the year, which is I want to elevate everything. And then I brain dumped what that could mean in all the different bucket areas of my life. And then now I'm vision setting what those specific goals can be, rather than just a one word like thing to focus on. Now, how can I get there? How can I feel like I'm doing that? And that's what this page is for. So they're very different things, but they all work together to create your goal setting for the next 4 months. Anyways, I'm just sitting here writing this all out, and it takes a little time. So I'll just speed up a little bit more and get through this, and then talk through everything at the end. Next up is the 4-month vision habit tracking sheet, and people use this in a lot of different ways. I've seen people use this kind of like a calendar to color code what big things are coming up. I like to use this as like a tracker to see how many of each of my 10 goals I've hit throughout the months. So I'm going to write down all the dates and then go ahead and do like /10, and then I will write in, 8 or 9 or 6 or however many I do each day in here, just so I can get a bird's eye overview of how many of these goals that I'm working on a daily basis. After doing this page, I am going to leave the next page blank because I can fill that out with a nice quote, inspiration page, or something like that later. But I'm going to do the month ahead for January as I'm setting this up, because this is where I'm going to write down my top 10 goals for the first time. So again, I'm just filling out this little month ahead like calendar page, and people use this in a ton of different ways. I'm going to use it to just highlight a few dates where I can focus on specific things. So here I'm using my Daily Grind highlighters and just highlighting, color coding them a different color. I don't color code them in my planner when I'm actually using the daily pages, but here it's nice to color code for the month ahead page. So let's go ahead and get into my top 10 goals. So first is decluttering, and I decided for this first month we'll do the kitchen, since that's kind of the center of the house. So we will start there and then work our way around. The next goal is to make $750 on Etsy in January in my printable shop, and that's a little weird to say here because it's all part of, this Amy Plans things, but it is a goal. As a stay-at-home mom, I have found this hobby, and it is a great creative outlet, some great self-care, and I've realized it, can make a little bit of a side income for the family, so I'm seeing where that can go. Other goals including implementing an exercise routine again, deciding and writing down my routines. I really need some new routines and to get back into it. So this month is going to be all about figuring those out, and then next month really implementing them. I'm going to read one book. I'm going to start the Dream Life Blueprint. I'm going to get my taxes done and just have them done early. And then I have not been having enough water. So I'm going to have 100 ounces a day. I'm going to fill up my big water jug and just get that done because I know that's going to be making me feel better across all areas. And then my family, I would love for us to get into a habit of prayer before dinner because we haven't really been doing that. And now that our daughter's 5, we really want to get her kind of into that routine. And then the last thing is to reach 5,000 on YouTube. And as I film this, one of my last videos kind of started getting a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. So I'm sitting here wondering if I'll reach that even before the start of January. So I may have to update that one. And if I do, that would be so awesome. But if not, then my goal is 5,000 in January. So those are all my goals. And here I am putting in highlighted colors for the decluttering because we've already hired a sitter for a few hours each of those days. And then in January, as I figure out what days I'll focus on other things, I'll highlight those to kind of make sure I'm focusing on something every day.
All right, so you guys saw how I figured this all out. I kind of did a brain dump over here. Then I did my 4-month vision once I kind of got everything out of my head. And then this is my 4-month vision habit tracking sheet. So this I will decorate with a nice quote later. All right, and then I usually use this page for brain dump for content since I do have this YouTube channel and other things, just for things that I feel like sharing this coming month. So I'll probably do that later. And then there's a blank page. May take it out, may use it. I'm not sure yet. But what I wanted to let you know is that here I am going to, this is the one sticky point I have with this planner, is writing out my top 10 goals every single day versus just writing down the tasks. So I am going to figure out what spacing I need to get my top 10 goals into a sticker and print it out, 31 times and stick it into every single page so that I don't have to write this out. So I'm going to do that, and once I figure it out, maybe I'll make a short video and show you guys how I do that. Anyways, everything that I've used today, I've listed down below and linked for you. If you choose to shop, please use those links. It helps me out at no extra cost to you, and don't forget to use my codes to save you some percentage on any orders you make. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.